Now at noon, President Biden's son Hunter Biden is expected to plead guilty to federal tax charges to avoid jail time. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. That plea agreement has yet to be approved by a judge, but it's already facing criticism from some top Republicans.
KTLA 5's Pedro Rivera joining us now live here in the studio with the very latest. Pedro?
Glenn, Lou, the president's second eldest son will plead guilty to 2 federal tax charges, but will enter a pretrial diversion program on a federal gun charge, meaning if he complies with certain conditions, he'll likely see no time behind bars for that charge. Republicans are speaking out, calling this agreement a slap on the wrist. On Tuesday, Hunter Biden and federal prosecutors came to an agreement in which Hunter will plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax offenses from 2017 and 2018. The president's son will also enter a pretrial diversion program for a federal gun charge. Biden is admitting to illegally purchasing a firearm while being a drug user. As long as he adheres to preset conditions, Biden will likely avoid jail time.
He must remain drug-free and cannot commit any crimes for 2 years.
Biden was facing a maximum of 12 months in jail for each tax charge. In a statement, Hunter's attorney says this plea will resolve the federal government's investigations into Biden.
So my hope is that hopefully this investigation is continuing, that they're continuing to look at what's going on and hold people accountable for it.
First reaction is it continues to show the two-tier system in America.
Republicans are now sounding off on the plea agreement. Former President Donald Trump wrote on Truth Social, the corrupt Biden DOJ just cleared hundreds of years of criminal liability by giving Hunter Biden a mere traffic ticket. Our system is broken. House Committee on Oversight and Accountability Chairman James Comer released a statement vowing to continue their investigation into the Biden family. It reads in part, let's be clear, the Department of Justice's charges against President Biden's son Hunter reveals a two-tiered system of justice. It went on to say, we will not rest until the full extent of President Biden's involvement in the family scheme are revealed.
They do have to remember that this was a 5-year investigation by a U.S. attorney out of Delaware appointed by Donald Trump, and this is, at the end of the day, what that U.S. attorney, who could have been removed by President Biden and was not, those are the charges that he believed he could prove beyond a reasonable doubt.
Although both sides have come to an agreement, it still needs to be signed off by a federal judge. President Joe Biden is in Northern California and is expected to speak at a press conference on artificial intelligence later today. Most likely, we will hear questions asked to the president about Hunter Biden's plea. We'll see if he responds. Live in studio, I'm Pedro Rivera. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Pedro. Now to the race against time in the Atlantic Ocean, the search for the missing submersible that vanished while on a voyage to the Titanic wreckage.
And the Coast Guard says that 10,000 square miles have been searched, and there's no sign of the sub with 5 people on board. KTLA 5's Kimberly Chang joining us live with more on this developing story. Kimberly.
Hi, today the U.S. Coast Guard said search crews are working around the clock to find the sub before their oxygen supply runs out. They called the search efforts complex and say they need expertise and specialized equipment. A unified command has been set up with the U.S. Coast Guard, the U.S. Navy, Canadian Armed Forces and Coast Guard, and the operator of the sub, Ocean Gate Expeditions. The submersible, called the Titan, is carrying 5 people, a pilot and 4 passengers. They were on their way to view the Titanic wreckage. Officials the Coast Guard for assistance. The craft was reported overdue Sunday about 400 miles south of St. John's, Newfoundland. The coordinated search is a combined 7,600 square miles.
An area larger than the state of Connecticut. These search efforts have focused on both surface, with C-130 aircraft searching by sight and with radar, and subsurface, with P-3 aircraft who are able to drop and monitor sonar buoys.